Good morning. It is Saturday, June 20th, 2020. I'm in Virginia right now, sitting a couple of miles up the road from the airport. So I flew in this morning, American, nonstop, Boston Logan to Reagan National DCA. And I'm sitting here on a scenic overlook just up, I'm probably 5 or 6 miles from the airport, just up the street, heading into Virginia, going kind of northwest out of the airport. But just another one of my quick weekend trips running around down here. I'm headed to West Virginia today, which is my first destination. It's just over 3 hours from DC. And I am not even going to tell you about it. I'm just going to show you when I get there. It should be that awesome. So just a quick housekeeping note. If you follow this channel regularly, I did not vlog my last trip. I went to Florida 2 weeks ago, flew down to Fort Myers, did some kayaking and a few other things. Another quick weekend trip. That was 2 weeks ago, and now I'm traveling again. And it's going to be awesome. This is another short, just weekend trip. I'm flying home tomorrow back here from Reagan National DCA. Non-stop American from there to Manchester MHT at home in New Hampshire. And I'm going to stop rambling and get into the video, but I'll show you what I'm in. I'm in a Ford F-150. I've been getting the trucks a lot. It's kind of hard to go back to an economy car after renting the pickups for a while. So one more quick side note before I get back on the road. Rental cars are just kind of crazy right now. A couple weeks ago in Florida, I rented the F-150. 1 day, 24-hour rental period. I paid $6.99, including tax and everything. It was $7, which is like the cheapest rental vehicle I've ever had, let alone a pickup. And today, here at the airport, it was $89 and change. So $90 this week for the same thing I paid $7 for a couple weeks ago. So prices are still all over the place with all these shutdowns and I don't want to get into it because I don't want to get worked up, but everything that's been going on since March. Rental cars and flights, there's deals to be had and there's expensive flights to get suckered into. It's just really got to navigate it well, which I've been, I've been doing well with that just because of my background of traveling so much. But anyhow, I'm not going to harp on that forever. Let's go to West Virginia. One more thing I did forget to mention. Reagan National DCA has some of the most expensive rental cars of any airport in America, so that did play into today's price. And with such a short trip, I didn't want to stray from the airport and take up time to go get one in the city or somewhere in Virginia. I just didn't have time for that today. So now we really are going to West Virginia. So I've been driving a little while now, still in Virginia. Took I-66 west out of DC right to the end, and then jumped on 81 south for 5 minutes, then got off on a local road. I don't remember what road this is, I forget the numbers, but this is just a long, straight 2-lane that's going to go into West Virginia in about 10 miles here. And the GPS was saying stay on this for 80 some odd miles, and then there's one more turn, and then getting to our first destination, which I can't wait to show you guys. And just a really nice rural ride. This is what I needed today. Beautiful country. Just entered West Virginia. Just beautiful country out here. This is amazing. Let me show you where I'm sitting. Just pulled over on a space on the side of the road. And it's really mountainous. I know I've said it 3 times now, but just amazingly beautiful country out here. Still have about an hour and 20 minutes to the destination. The road got bigger. It went through a small town and then turned into a 2-lane highway. 2 lanes each direction, 65 speed limit. Just still beautiful country. This is just amazing. This video is not doing it justice, I promise you that. But one thing you got to be careful of in West Virginia is watch your speed, because they are notorious for speeding tickets in this state. And I've never got one here, but I have heard stories from several different people. And when I toured the West Virginia State Capitol a few years ago, the tour guide even said, watch your speed. They write tickets here. So, hopefully that doesn't happen today. It shouldn't. I've been watching the speed, and I've actually been going like 5 under the speed limit because the scenery is so nice. I've just been trying to take it all in. And it's really good I got the F-150 rather than like some cheap economy car. I don't want to stand out here for being in some little tiny like Hyundai or something like that. Good old all-American V8. Alright, so excuse me if I keep squinting, it's really sunny. So this is a scenic overlook outside Moorefield, West Virginia, which is like, 2 or 3 miles that way. Went to Moorefield, got off the highway there, went to Dollar Tree, grabbed some bottled water and a couple other things, and there was a Tractor Supply right next to it, so I went in, got a John Deere hat, because why not? My old Nuggets hat, Denver Nuggets hat, was getting kind of, I don't want to say worn out, but I just wanted a new one. So yeah, there's the F-150 behind me, but you saw that earlier. So I'm going to flip the camera and show you just how amazing it is here. Mountains in every direction. And there's almost no traffic in West Virginia. Like on I-66 for a while, like the first hour coming out of DC, traffic, bumper to bumper traffic for a while. And just once it got rural, just awesome. Got way better, roads opened up. And since I've been standing here, I can see the highway, like it kind of runs like around this overlook, which is set up high a little bit. I've seen like 5 cars go by since I started recording this clip. No exaggeration. So it's still about an hour from the destination that I want to visit most today. It's already 1:40 in the afternoon, so I am going to hit the road and get there, because it is going to be a like 3.5, 4 hour drive back to the airport in DC after this, and I'm flying out 10 a.m. flight tomorrow, so it's gonna be a grind. I didn't get much sleep last night, but that's okay. I've been in much tougher spots driving when I'm tired. So let's roll. So just like that, the weather changed over. It was sunny a few minutes ago, and the rain's rolling in. Still about 20 miles from the destination, so hopefully, I'll figure out how to work the wipers in here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, rain rolled in. Hard, yeah, wow, this is really raining. But hopefully it clears up. The forecast today was like scattered thunderstorms, so I really hope it clears up, because the destination is an outdoor thing. Oh, and just like that, it lets up. And see, there's blue sky up ahead. Still having a really nice ride. Beautiful scenery. The highway's been like this for like the last, quite a while. This curvy, rolling hills. Really beautiful. So we're going up and up and up in elevation on a dirt road right now. If that gives you any idea what this destination is. It feels solid enough. Like fucking 100 feet off the ground. Alright, gotta go one more rung to get the view. Oh, holy shit. Saying that not because I'm afraid, just because of the view. On the roof. door's heavier than it looks. Alright, so this is the Olson Fire Tower, and I don't even know the name of the town. This is West Virginia.
You're Thomas, I think, West Virginia.
Thomas, West Virginia, okay. And we're just here hanging out. Alright, so we're just hanging out. My rental truck is over there. I'm hanging out with these guys. Tell me your names again.
My name's Tom.
Tom?
Joe, Annapolis, Maryland.
Okay, and his ball joint's just broke on his rig over here. But got it fixed, right?
Yep. Ready to go back on another trail.
And this is just one of those days where I'm just like doing my thing, and like we've been standing here for 45 minutes swapping travel stories, just shooting the shit. Like, this is what you live for.
Amen to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope your truck, stays together. Yeah, he was sitting out here waiting for parts to arrive when I got here. And yeah, that's about it. Gonna go head off, do some other stuff. See where the day takes me. What was the name of that place?
Douglas Falls.
All right, Douglas Falls. I guess it's not that far from here.
Not at all.
Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So those guys just hit the road. I'm just looking at some maps, looking at where I'm going to go next. So this is the Olson Fire Tower. So I climbed up it without saying anything because there was enough people here at the time that it would have been awkward to vlog. It's probably 100 feet if I had to guess. Cab was open, door was unlocked. I just climbed up that ladder right onto the roof. On the way back down, I put the four-wheel drive on. And this might be one of those rare times where I do something stupid for the vlog. Yeah, I think this is. Yeah. Yep. I felt the truck slide a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to end this clip here and drive normal. I mean, I've only done something stupid for a vlog. That's maybe the third time ever. So those guys up there that I was talking to for almost an hour told me, go to Douglas Falls. It's like a scenic waterfall. They were like, it's really cool. Go to it. Just go to it. And it's a half hour away on the main road. But I was looking at the map and I was like, this is a dirt road that looks like it goes right to it. And I mean, so far it's been passable. I'll turn the camera around. So yeah, this is the road so far. I still have the four-wheel drive on. I mean, honestly, wouldn't even need it here. Two would be fine, but got the truck, so why not? And this is gonna cut off. Like, it's just gonna like cut the time and distance in half. Oh, what do we got here? Not suitable for passenger cars, next 5 miles. Well, we're not in a passenger car. Let's try it. But yeah, this Douglas Falls is like right up here. And we might be there in 5 miles. Well, if it doesn't get much worse than this, we're gonna be totally fine. That's a big one. Yeah, nah, we're good. It is a good thing I sprung for the truck and not the little economy car. Alright, so I'm going to put the camera down and just drive here, but I will show you whenever something else new or interesting happens. So new plan, I got a mile, I probably got 2 miles down the dirt road. It's just getting worse and worse and rocky and bumpy, and I just didn't want to, I didn't feel good about going all the way through because there were like 4 or 5 more miles to go to get to Douglas Falls. So new course of action, I just turned around, gonna head back out the way that I came in. And could the truck have made it? Yes, probably. But it's just, it was too big of a risk because if I pop a tire out here, yes, there's a spare. But other than that, like, I have no cell phone reception right now. I couldn't even begin to figure out what to do because there's nobody else back here. I saw 2 guys on dirt bikes go by, like full gear, like helmets, like shoulder pads, everything. And that's like the kind of road this was turning into. So yeah, kind of disappointed that I wasted a half hour, you know, coming here just to turn around. But on another sense, not really, because this dirt road is fun. Gonna have some fun cruising back out of here. This F-150 in 4-wheel drive has been awesome. Just really awesome. But it was just too big of a risk. The rocks were getting bigger, the mud puddles, like all the water on, you know what I'm talking about. Just dirt road stuff that you wouldn't want to break down back here because there ain't no help coming and there ain't no cell phone service. But alright, I have rambled on long enough. Gonna cruise back out to the main road and take it from there. So to give you an idea, and again, I'm on the way back out. I already turned around. This stuff right here was nothing compared to, like, this was nothing compared to what was ahead if I had stayed on this road. Kind of disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed, in case you can't tell. But it's okay. I'll be over it in 5 minutes. Like, this was the toughest thing we came to yet. Yeah, this one's a bitch getting up. 4x4, don't let me down. Woo! Okay, I'm over it. This is fun. So I gotta decide where I'm going next once we get back up to the main road, but that'll be a few more minutes of this first. I just love the sound of those Ford engines whine. That never gets old. Backwoods, West Virginia. Woo! So that was the end of like the rough portion of the road. Now it's just back to normal. Alright, so sitting here off the main road, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because Douglas Falls is 20 minutes behind me, but I really want to go to Elkins, West Virginia, which is like the most populated place within an hour of here, you know, give or take. And they have a Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti restaurant there, which is a West Virginia chain. And I've eaten there before on previous trips to West Virginia a few years ago, and I have a craving for that kind of food, so I think I'm going to go get something to eat there, which is like 40 minutes away. And then the Douglas Falls is on the way back, because after I go to Elkins and eat at Gino's, I'm going to come back to Douglas Falls, which is more or less on the way back to the DC area. It's 5 o'clock in the evening, and hopefully can make it over to Douglas Falls before dark. I think I probably can, but let's see what happens. I'm just ready to eat, and if I go to Douglas Falls now, I won't want to go back to Elkins. But should be able to fit this all in. Then after that, I'll head back to the DC area. My flight's around 10 a.m. tomorrow. And yeah. More beautiful scenery. Just driving around West Virginia, about 20 miles from Elkins, where I'm going to have dinner. This is just such a beautiful state. I can't get over how nice it is here. And if you're not at all familiar with West Virginia, it's very rural, very mountainous, and very poor. And those are the three things, which leads to West Virginia being, in my opinion, the worst state for cell phone reception in the lower 48. Because I have T-Mobile, and for a while, it didn't even work in West Virginia. It's gotten quite a bit better, and I have coverage, better coverage than I expected to today. But like 3 years ago, I didn't even get anything in the whole state for the most part. Like for a while, because I used to go to West Virginia football games before I got into BC. And people there were telling me, like, you need U.S. Cellular or AT&T or Verizon. Anything else, you don't have jack out here. I mean, again, that was 3 to 5 years ago. It's gotten noticeably better. Like, since I've been in West Virginia today, I don't think I've been anywhere that didn't have mountains. Change of plans. It's about an hour and a half later from the last clip. I'm in Elkins, West Virginia, where, as you know, I was driving to eat at Gino's. Everything changed because about, I don't know, maybe like 3 miles out of town, I was driving by a racetrack, a local dirt track. And I'm like, holy shit, that looks open. And there were like race cars on trailers going in. I'm like, no fucking way, that is open. So I looked it up, I pulled over, looked it up on my phone, and sure enough, they're racing tonight. The website was really basic. It didn't even say how much admission was, but I don't even care because I'm just so happy to get to go to a live sporting event. Local dirt track racing. It's 6:42 right now. The qualifying heats start at 7:30. I'm going to head up there right now and get a spot in the grandstand. So I'm not making it to the falls today. But I'll be back. I'll be in West Virginia again. After the races get over, I'm going to just head straight back for the DC area. It's a 3-hour and 40-minute ride from here. And my flight isn't until 10 a.m. tomorrow, so I am going to have time for, several hours of sleeping in there somewhere, which is good because I slept like 3 hours last night. Always happens the night before a trip. I'm always, doing so much, and travel is such a routine thing for me. I don't even really like plan my sleep schedule around it anymore. But yeah, so I am actually going to a live sporting event tonight. I did not think this was going to happen anytime soon. When I was driving by and saw that open, I was just so happy. So the first thing I did when I was pulled over up the street from it, looking up that it was open and saw that, the schedule and the website for the track, I'm like, I need earplugs, because sometimes I have them with me, sometimes I don't. Never have them when I need them. So I stopped into Dollar Tree in Elkins, West Virginia to get some earplugs. And then there was a Bob Evans across the street from Dollar Tree, so I ate at Bob Evans, had a pot roast dinner. It was really good. I had been craving Bob Evans and Gino's, so I was like, Bob Evans is right here. That sounds pretty good. And I ate inside the restaurant, at a table in the dining room, real plates, real silverware. West Virginia is open, and it is nice. Back in the truck after the races got finished. That was awesome. The whole thing lasted 3 hours and 40 minutes, $15 admission, which is pretty typical for local racing. Really good experience. Free parking, a whole bunch of series, just the usual setup. They come out for practice, and then just eventually it works its way into the feature races, which were really good. Just it was a good time. Elkins Raceway, Elkins, West Virginia. And the only reason I even knew this was going on today is because I was driving by earlier in the day, and trailers with race cars on them were coming in. Really great experience. I'm going to throw up a separate video with some clips from the race. I'll put them in this vlog too. You've already seen them if you've been watching this far, but I'm going to throw up a separate video too. It's 11:33 at night right now. I'm about 3.5 hours from Washington National Airport, DCA, where I'm flying home out of Reagan National tomorrow. I have a 10 a.m. flight nonstop from there to Manchester MHT, which, if you watch these vlogs, you know that my home airport is pretty much Boston Logan, because I use it way more than Manchester, even though I live much closer to the Manchester, New Hampshire airport. But this time around, the price to go to Manchester or Boston was exactly the same, so I chose to fly closer to where I live. Just the convenience factor, because I'm getting home midday Sunday. I get up early for work on Monday, so just to get me home to relax and unwind quicker. But what an awesome trip. Just all around awesome day. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to be driving back to the Washington, D.C. area. I'm going to sleep at the highway rest area. I think it's in Manassas, Virginia, on I-66, just outside D.C. I'm going to do everything I can to make it there straight through. Unlikely that I will, just being realistic. I probably will not. But I'll see what happens. I'll just find somewhere to sleep along the way, obviously, like always. Oh, nice flatbed truck just went by. Got distracted for a second. But yeah, just the full-on, just down-home, rural American experience here. Like John Deere hats, work boots, jeans, t-shirts. Just a real awesome American experience. I love it. Another reason why it's good I rented the F-150. But anyhow, back to the topic that I was on. And if you can hear that engine noise in the background, there's one car on the track just running laps by himself. So a lot of these guys that do local racing, it's their hobby, they do it for fun, and they really enjoy what they're doing. Like, racing to them is probably like travel and sports is to me. But so anyhow, I'm gonna try to drive. It's about a 3-hour drive to that Manassas rest area from here, and then about 20-30 minutes to the airport after that. So if I can get there tonight, sleep at that rest area, I'll be in good shape to catch the flight in the morning. But not an early flight. It's at 10 because there's only one flight a day right now between DC and Manchester, and that's just when it happened to be. I'm tired. I'm kind of already a little bit tired, so that's why I'm rambling. I tend to do that when I get tired. So right now, 11:36. Let's see. What are there? I'm trying to think how many hours till my flight. There are 10. There's about 10, roughly speaking, there's about 10 and a half hours till my flight, and about. So that's 3.5 hours of driving, return the car an hour and a half or so before the flight. So, I mean, there is time in there to sleep, so I should be fine. I just see it coming. This is going to be one of those situations where I'm just, red-eye the drive, just struggling to stay awake. I know it's coming, but man, it was worth it. It was worth it, and who knows, maybe I'll surprise myself and go straight through. Alright, I'm going to hit the road. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, it happened. I made it an hour before just getting too tired to safely drive, which is the case right now. Made it an hour, so there's still 2 hours to that Manassas rest area and about 2.5 to the airport. But that's okay. It's 1 in the morning, making progress. I would stop for like a Mountain Dew or something, but it's just so remote. There's no easy to get to store right now. I was so tired. Right now I know it's hard to see me. Right now I'm sitting in Bismarck, West Virginia. And I'm in a scenic overlook, which is basically a rest area with no buildings. There's a few of these scenic overlooks, so I'm just in the parking lot right off the highway. I set my alarm for 1 hour from now. I'm going to see if an hour or shut-eye does it. But, yeah. I was literally falling asleep behind the wheel when I came in here. I let it go a little longer than I should have and a little longer than I normally do. But I was like kind of shaking myself to stay awake, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's a scenic overlook right here. Oh yeah, let's park, let's rest." So that's what happened. I am going to get said rest and then talk to you in a few. So I'm on foot, leaning against the truck outside the driver's door. Only light is the lights from the truck. There's literally nobody else around. I've been parked here probably 10-15 minutes now. Not one single car has gone by. And I know you're not going to see nothing in this video, but this is so cool. I wanted to try at least. So around me right now, this mountain, this beautiful West Virginia. This is the clearest starry sky I have seen in my entire life. I've never seen this many stars before. Not ever. Not even close. I'm sure you're not seeing it, but I'm pointing the camera up. Just like more stars than you can count. And there's a bunch of blinking red lights around from those ugly eyesore wind turbines. Yeah, they're all around. See if you can see them. Yeah, you can kind of see the red lights blinking. And you might even be able to hear that. That's the sound of the big wind turbines spinning. They're all over in this part of the state, on the hills and everywhere. They're such an eyesore. I can't believe they let them put up all these wind turbines. It's just such a shame. See all these red lights blinking. You can kind of faintly see it in the video, but it's so much more noticeable in person. I see. Oh, there must be like 30 or 40 of them I can see from here. But looking up the sky is just beautiful. I'm wide awake now. It's so pretty here. I do need to get back in the truck and get like an hour of shut-eye though. So as soon as I hit the road again, I'll be tired again. Good news is only 2.5 hours from the airport, and there are about 7 hours before I have to return this truck. So we're doing okay. I have more time than I usually do in these situations. Alright, I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm just in person. This is such a beautiful sight with all these mountains, and there's just enough moonlight. You can make out the silhouettes of all the mountains and the starry sky. And other than these freaking stupid wind turbines and their blinking red lights, it's just, other than that, this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. No exaggeration. I have been a lot of places. Sitting back in the driver's seat, about to sleep now. Still at the same place I was for the last couple of clips at the Scenic Overlook parked. But I wanted to throw this bit of information in there. I've been here 25 minutes now, and the first car just drove by. One car in 25 minutes. Just amazing. That's how rural it is here. And it's not like some little like back dirt road. I'm sitting on a 4-lane highway, 2 lanes in each direction. Like, this is a 65-mile-an-hour highway, and one car in 25 minutes. I love rural America. Alright, so it is about 2.5 hours later. Got some really good, comfortable sleep. These pickup trucks are just so comfortable to sleep in. 3:50 a.m. and I'm gonna hit the road again. Alright, sun's coming up. I'm at that highway rest area in Manassas, Virginia that I was talking about. Only about 30 minutes from the airport, so getting close. It is 6:15 in the morning. I don't have to return this truck until 8:15, 8:30, somewhere in there. And so, yeah, doing good on time. I just picked up, well, before I get to that, the only place I stopped after leaving that overview, rest area, whatever, parking lot, whatever you want to call it, where I slept in West Virginia and was talking in the dark. I stopped at a 7-Eleven, got a Mountain Dew right on the West Virginia line where it was still rural. And then from there, I just drove straight through to this area. I stopped like 2 exits back on the highway. And I got McDonald's breakfast that I'm about to eat here in the truck. And yeah, that's where everything's at. Not a bad ride. Like, that was about what I expected. I knew I'd get tired somewhere along the way, because I always do when I'm running on little sleep and have a 3 to 4 hour drive. So I'm gonna eat real quick. I'll catch you after that. So I'm in the parking garage at Reagan National. Just returns the rental F-150. I'm in the elevator, obviously. Oh, it's gonna make 2 stops. I hit the wrong freaking button. I hit 1, but it's actually ground. But anyway, just returned the truck. Alright, that got a little awkward there for a minute. There's a guy standing right there as I was vlogging coming out of the elevator. So the parking garage where the rental cars go is right back here. You can kind of see it. It's a 5-10 minute walk to the terminal from there. I mean, this airport, it's a really crappy airport. It's really old, it's cramped, it's small. Like, it's not an easy airport to drive to. It's kind of like a miniature version of Boston Logan, where it's really urban around it, and then on one side there's water. And the reason this place is popular and has so many flights is location. It's so close to like DC and the monuments. It's like right there, and the DC Metro comes to it. That's the tracks up on that bridge. But anyway, about to fly home non-stop on American from Reagan National to Manchester, New Hampshire MHT. And that brings another trip to a close. Probably gonna have another one in I don't know, it's never more than a few weeks. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.